Chuck's a big football fan. Chuck's a big golf fan. Don't you think he should sacrifice and buy Sweetens Cove?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, you had me at the words Chuck sacrifice.
Yeah, that's what
I was all in.
It's Peyton Manning's new whiskey.
Well, yeah, it's got to be good. You know that big old forehead is coming up with something good in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second greatest quarterback the Broncos have ever had.
Heard the planning was really good, but it just couldn't get it downfield.
Omaha.
Exactly.
All right. So we just talked about the greatest quarterback in Broncos history. So we're going to let Brian introduce what we're going to drink tonight.
So anyway, we are going with Belle Meade Reserve tonight. A absolutely wonderful pour, right around $55 mark. You should be able to get this. Like I said, absolutely wonderful pour. Comes in at 108.3 proof. Belle Meade puts out really good products. So a couple people had mentioned in the comments on a previous video that this kind of should be potentially mentioned as one of the top in that price range. So we figured, hey, let's go ahead and review this tonight and give our honest opinion on where Belle Meade Reserve is at.
Yeah, so this is barrel, or more or less barrel proof MGP juice.
Yep.
Coming out of Southern Indiana. We don't have an age statement on this, right?
Not that I saw.
We know
it says age to
MGP.
perfection.
Yeah. Well,
so that's our
you
age
go.
statement. So I'm not sure what year perfection would be. But
That's what
apparently
he
they found
asked. Some would say 8 to 12, others would say 10 to 15, but we know it's aged MGP product anyway.
I think age to perfection might be dependent upon your particular price bracket or income bracket.
I mean, we didn't say this is from Nelson's Greenbrier. Like they do their own stuff as well, which is not MGP juice. The Belle Meade line, which is the Belle Meade Reserve, I personally is my favorite.
Yeah,
they do some cask finish, or it's like sherry finish, I think.
They do it,
sherry finish,
and they do a honey barrel finish, which is apparently to die for. Everybody goes like crazy for it.
I would like.
I thought the sherry finish was good too, but because Brian, you sent us that as well, right?
Their sour mash at
sour mash
$30 is great.
Lower proof
for that price point. So
yeah, you can actually find in stores. I've seen it a couple times for like right around $80-$90, which is a 3-bottle pack of different things from Belle Meade. Which, if you haven't had a Belle Meade, I would recommend, because you kind of like branch out. For the price of 1 bottle, you get 3 different bottles.
Yeah. And I
branch out if you have not familiar with MGP. Yeah.
So on the nose.
So on the nose,
you get black licorice.
Yeah, I get that for sure.
Not sure I'm getting that for sure.
What are you getting, Mr. I'm different?
I get a little oak and then a little sweet.
Yeah, there's a butterscotch.
I'm trying to think what you guys are thinking as far as the spice.
I get that spice initial. I feel like it goes from spice to oak to sweet a little bit.
Yeah, I still wouldn't classify it as black licorice, but
no, I get black licorice, especially on the finish. On the beginning of the palate, it's super sweet. You get like burnt brown sugar. Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, and again, I think I'm mostly even on the finish, like it goes into a oak pepper to me, not a.
Yeah, that's a great description.
Not an anise pepper flavor. But that's the difference of tomorrow when I taste it might be different.
Well, I would recommend you having a kale pear salad for dinner and then trying it. So that might change.
Sound very good. Sounds like it'll help control that weight that you're worried about.
Wow, you're bringing my weight into the YouTube
Wow,
channel.
we're just like, shots fired at each other.
I was gonna
all night tonight.
edit that out. Wow, thanks.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, you
feel
still
like
edit that
we're
out.
not doing so much of like a bourbon review right now, but just
This is
like
a
a
conversation.
burn each other tonight. as
Yeah,
much
and we're
as we
just
can.
ripping on TJ. Like, here, let's make TJ feel poor about himself. And then when he
Welcome
goes
to my every night
bourbon
with you
hunting on
guys.
Friday, he just texts Brian all the time and doesn't text Chuck's once. Chuck's
You know,
like,
a good bourbon is like a good friend. It burns at the end. All right, numbers, TJ, numbers. You're all about the numbers. What do we got?
Just throwing out numbers. Just throw them out. Throw them out.
nose, I'm gonna go 3.5. I really enjoy it. It's got some notes that really bring it forth. With what I get is black licorice, though you don't, but there is an oak note and everything like that. So yeah, 3.5.
I'm gonna go 3. I feel like the nose is good. It's quality. I don't know if it's quite 3.5 range. I definitely classify it as 3+, but the nose for me just isn't quite a 3.5. So I get the black licorice. I get oak. I get a little bit of sweet on the end. I enjoy all of them, but I think I'm closer to 3 than I am a 3.5.
I'm gonna trump you. I'm gonna go 3.5. Like the oak and the sweet. Like
Saw
this
that
is what
coming.
I like on a bourbon. Not 4 category, but man, this is really solid. So this is quite pleasant. I'm at 3.5.
All right, Chuck, where are we on the palate?
I'm also 3.5. Like I think it gives you those notes in bourbon. Like I know recently in some of my other videos, like I was given 1920 as my daily drinker. Like this Belle Meade Reserve could be right in that category for me.
Yeah.
Price, well, maybe a little cheaper actually, but
Yeah.
It hits all those things for me. It's all the bells. Like I love that sweet, the spice.
Hits all the bells. That's what
It's
you
all
did
the
there,
bells.
Belle Meade.
All right, and
Let's
Brian.
continue. Palette here is a 3.5. I feel really good about this palette. Kind of for all the reasons that Charlie just outlined. Very enjoyable. It's kind of one of those, like, I'm not waiting for it to get to the finish. I'm enjoying start to finish what this has to offer. So 3.5.
And I'm not going to argue with the two other guys. So 3.5. And then I'm going to say finish is a wonderful finish that just lasts. So I'm also going to 3.5 on the finish.
I'm going to go strong 3.5 on the finish. Offers a lot of what I like. And basically, I am opening the door here for Charlie to convince me. If he thinks it's better than 3.5, he can possibly convince me of that. If he is able to articulate his argument well enough, because I have a feeling Charlie might be going more than 3.5 here, or is tempted to. I don't know if he will. Let's find out.
As usual, your feelings are wrong, Brian.
Oh.
I'm at a solid. I mean, I'm at a 3.5. Like I think it's right in there. Like I don't think it takes a step back from the palate. I love the finish, but it doesn't do anything for me to like really just wow me. Love it. I love the finish. I think it's solid, but it's 3.5. Like it lingers. Gives you a little bit of that pepper spice throughout, but in with a blend of this sweet as well. But I'm at 3.5.
All right. And so for the final review, we're at like, do you just buy it at a bar? Do you pick it up if you're at a liquor store and you got nothing else to buy and you're trying to, like get the owner to appreciate you, or do you actively hunt it? If you've got a better way you want us to describe the final hunt, hit us up in the comments below and we'd be open to recommendations because we're still working on this thing. But for me, it's kind of that in the middle. Like if I don't have anything that I really, really want that day and I'm in the liquor store and I see it, I would pick it up and have it on the shelf. But it's not something I'm actively going to hunt, but I don't think it's so bad that I would only buy it on a bar. So it's just kind of like right there in the middle.
Yeah. So for me, I look at this. This is a buy. If you don't have it, it's definitely worth having on the shelf. I mean, we rated this thing pretty much 3.5 all the way across the board for $55. That's, that's value. It's not crazy value, but that's solid value for what you're spending. If you want to try it at a bar, if they have it, I mean, sure, but I think you're going to pick this up. It tastes like it's 108.3 proof. You're getting 3.5 across the board. Buy it. The great thing is you don't have to say hunt here because you don't have to hunt it. It's widely available. It's really good at similar products that people do hunt at that same, I believe, taste point and price point. So for me, that's why it's a buy. It's a great one just to easily have on your shelf.
Yeah, for me, so recently my go-to for daily drinker has been the Old Foe 1920, coming in probably about $60. This is a little less. We all, gosh, just beat this drum to death, but the best value in bourbon this year in 2021 is FAE01 from Makers. Similar price point. Like, I'd take that before I would buy Belle Meade. But I'd like Belle Meade is, this reserve in particular is probably replacing like the Old Foe 1920 as my go-to daily drinker. I love this taste profile from the nosing experience all the way through to the finish. And I know Brian tried to get me to go up to a 4 on the finish, but like it's a solid finish. Like, that's really pleasant. It's close to a 4, Brian. I'll give you that. It's like a 3.75.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah. So I'm in a solid buy. Would I hunt it? Probably not. Well, I mean, I already have one. Probably not at this point. I would hunt the FAO1. But if you're looking for a really solid pour, depending on your budget, this could be a special occasion, or this could be a regular weekly drinker. Really solid.
And I'll add on to this. Like, I think this is a great like gift bottle as well. Like, if you want to get someone something nice, with that 50-ish, $55 mark, this is a great gift bottle. Simply because it is nice. It's a little bit unique, but it's widely available that you could probably go to a couple places and find. If you're someone maybe watching the channel, like looking for something to get someone that they may not necessarily have, that's maybe overlooked, this is a great place to go.
Absolutely agree. So once again, thanks for watching. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Give us some ideas for other bottles that we should be on the lookout. We've heard about Jack Daniel Barrel Proof. We've heard Old Elk. So they might be coming. Just hit us up, let us know, and we'll see you next time.
Stay neat.
Power Bourbon.